Let's get honest for a second. Have you ever felt that your mind has a mind of its own? As if, no matter how hard you try, you're always grappling with racing thoughts, anxious feelings, or that internal voice that just won't quiet down. Most of us assume that to control our minds, we need to think positive or force negative thoughts out. But what if I told you that these common beliefs only feed the struggle, actually making it harder to find peace? There's another way, a quieter, more effective approach rooted in Buddhist wisdom. It doesn't ask us to fight the mind or suppress thoughts, but instead to embrace a new, compassionate understanding of how the mind works. Today, we're going to explore how you can work with your mind rather than against it. This isn't about achieving some perfect mental state where only positive thoughts exist. Rather, it's about learning how to move through thoughts and emotions with ease, transforming them from obstacles into allies on the path to peace. In this video, I'll guide you through practical, everyday steps that will help you find calm, even when your mind feels like a storm. We'll go beyond quick fixes, focusing instead on timeless Buddhist practices that encourage reflection, kindness, and inner growth. Let's begin. Buddhism teaches that the mind can be our greatest servant or our most challenging master. Imagine it as a powerful tool, something that can create peace or chaos depending on how it's used. When the mind is left unchecked, we become slaves to every whim, worry, and wandering thought. But when we learn to guide it, the mind serves us, helping us live with awareness, compassion, and stability. This brings us to the core of why we need to control our minds. Controlling doesn't mean suppressing. It means gently guiding. Many people believe that controlling the mind requires force or effort, but actually, this only makes the mind more restless. Buddhist teachings reveal a different way. Instead of brute force, we use patience and curiosity to observe the mind, understand its patterns, and work with it as a friend rather than an enemy. When you learn to recognize your thoughts without judgment, you transform the relationship you have with your mind, bringing a sense of ease and mastery that goes far beyond just thinking positive. A common trap is believing that we can simply remove unwanted thoughts. How many times have you thought, if I could just push this thought away, I'd feel better? But as you may have noticed, the more we try to get rid of a thought, the more it clings to us. It's like a sticky note that only gets harder to peel off. The mind doesn't respond well to force. Rather, resistance only intensifies the thoughts we're trying to ignore. Buddhist teachings remind us that it's natural for thoughts to arise and fade. Thoughts are like waves in the ocean, always moving and shifting. Instead of resisting or rejecting these waves, we can learn to watch them, accepting that they come and go. This acceptance is key. It allows the mind to relax, knowing it doesn't have to fight its own nature. When we allow thoughts to arise without resistance, they tend to lose their hold on us. It's through gentle observation, not force, that we gradually reclaim control over our mental landscape. In Buddhist practice, self-inquiry is a powerful tool. By asking ourselves the right questions, we create a pathway to understanding our mind's nature and patterns. Let's explore 5 reflective questions that help bring clarity, calm, and control. The first question is, what thoughts are stealing my peace? This question invites us to identify which recurring thoughts disturb our inner calm. Maybe it's anger, jealousy, regret, or self-doubt. Each of us has unique thought patterns that pull us away from peace. By gently identifying these, we shed light on what truly disrupts our mental and emotional balance. For instance, if jealousy is what unsettles you, acknowledging it without judgment is the first step to releasing its hold. When we name our disruptive thoughts, we begin to see them clearly and lessen their power over us. The second question, what am I thinking right now, anchors us in the present. The mind often wanders to past regrets or future worries, but this question is like a hand reaching out, pulling us back to the present moment. Regularly asking yourself, what am I thinking now, helps redirect your mind from the endless cycles of what was and what could be. By focusing on the present, you create space to observe thoughts as they arise, rather than getting swept up by them. This shift in focus grounds us, giving us the clarity to respond wisely rather than reacting impulsively. Next, is this helpful for me? Helps us assess the impact of our mental habits. When a strong emotion like anger arises, pause and ask, is this truly helping me? Often, we find that negative thoughts like anger or resentment only deepen our suffering. This question allows us to step back and evaluate our inner dialogue. In Buddhism, awareness of thought patterns is the first step toward freeing ourselves from them. When we see that a thought doesn't serve us, we're naturally inclined to let it pass without attachment. The fourth question is, what's a better alternative? This is a gentle way of guiding our minds away from negativity without force. For instance, if you find yourself gripped by jealousy, instead of saying, I shouldn't feel this way, you can ask, what's a more positive focus? Perhaps it's gratitude, acceptance, or simply taking a breath. Every time you ask this question, you're choosing to steer the mind toward a more peaceful state. This choice creates a habit of selecting thoughts that uplift rather than burden us, cultivating a mind that feels lighter and more in tune with our values. The final question, what are the benefits? Reminds us why we're on this journey. Visualize the rewards of a calm, compassionate state of mind, better relationships, inner peace, and resilience against life's challenges. By reflecting on these benefits, we build motivation to continue our practice, reinforcing the desire to cultivate a wholesome, balanced mental state. Each time you recall the rewards of peace, you strengthen your commitment to nurturing your mind with care. Now that we have these tools, it's important to remember that mental mastery is not a one-time achievement. It's a continuous journey. Consistency is key. The mind is much like a muscle. The more we practice, the stronger it becomes. Start small, even if it's by asking just one of these questions each day. Gradually, as you ask these questions regularly, they'll become second nature, helping you create a calmer, more focused mind. The process may feel challenging, and that's completely normal. Thoughts can be stubborn, and old patterns don't fade overnight. But each time you bring your attention back to the present, each time you observe your thoughts rather than react, you're training your mind. This consistency builds resilience, making it easier to stay centered, even in the face of life's inevitable ups and downs. As your practice deepens, you'll notice a shift. Situations that once triggered strong emotions may start to feel more manageable, and you'll find yourself able to respond with greater clarity and calm. Imagine a life where your thoughts don't control you, where your mind is a space of peace and clarity, rather than chaos and confusion. This is the gift of mastering the mind. Buddhist teachings show us that true mental freedom isn't about achieving a blank mind. It's about developing a skillful relationship with our thoughts. When you practice these reflections regularly, you become more aware of your mind's patterns and tendencies, and with that awareness comes choice. You can choose which thoughts to engage with and which to let go. This is the essence of freedom. When we cultivate a peaceful mind, we're better equipped to handle whatever life brings. we're no longer swept away by every negative thought or feeling. Instead, we're able to respond with a sense of calm and clarity that benefits not only ourselves, but everyone around us. This mental stability radiates into our interactions, our work, and our overall experience of life, creating an environment where genuine happiness and contentment can flourish. Mastering the mind isn't about eliminating all negative thoughts. It's about building a compassionate and wise relationship with them. With patience and practice, these questions can help you reclaim control over your mind, fostering a sense of peace that no external situation can disturb. Remember, each day is an opportunity to begin anew. Even if you find yourself struggling, know that every moment of awareness is progress. Don't rush or judge yourself. Mental freedom is a lifelong journey, and each step is a victory. Here's something to consider. What if, by simply observing your thoughts without resistance, you could unlock a sense of freedom and peace within yourself that you never knew was possible? Imagine the power in that. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the mind. And if you're interested in diving deeper into Buddhist teachings that nurture self-understanding and inner peace, be sure to check out our next video. Let's continue walking this path together.